So can we normalize you letting me borrow your husband, and not in that way, you freaking weirdos, but like in the way where you both come over and he helps, hang my TV and lift all the heavy things, and we drink wine at the same time, and I'll make you both dinner, and he can have a beer at the same time too. Like it's a win-win-win-win. But I need to borrow your husband.
This is absolutely the result of men leaving the friend zone, which is becoming so widespread that here we see a woman coming online asking other women if she can borrow their husbands. It's called a handyman. You Google somebody locally, you call that number, and then guess what? You have to pay for it. Because trust me, no husband wants to spend hours at your house, even if his wife is there, to fix things for you and then get just a beer and some food out of it. That man would much rather just stop for some takeout food on the way home from work and then actually be able to sit down for an hour, which is honestly all he wants, because these husbands out here are tired. Lastly, could you imagine a man coming on here making a video and talking about how he wants to borrow your wife in order to do wifey things like cleaning and cooking and doing laundry? No, he would be canceled so quickly and he would be kicked off of social media. But that doesn't happen when a woman makes that video because of the double standard.
Would you rather cross paths with a random man or a random bear on a hike? Random. Starting with you, chair one.
Okay, I can outclimb a bear. I'm gonna choose the bear simply because I have a higher survival rate with a bear.
Why do you think that?
I can climb like a motherfucker.
But you're not, bears can climb.
And they can't. No, you make a good point. I've actually come across a bunch of bears in Colorado, and most of them, they've been chill. They're pretty similar to gators, actually. They just kind of square you up, unless they got kids or unless they're a brown bear. But if we're thinking average bear is a black bear. Black bears, as long as you ain't with them, they ain't with you. So I'm gonna go with the bear.
And you picked bear because why? You think the random man is more of a threat?
It depends. If both of them had a threatening demeanor, I think I could outrun a bear before I could outrun a man.
You might not be able to outrun either, honestly.
Yeah, good point. But I'd rather from bear than from man.
One of the ways that we diminish the men in our lives' ability to produce results is we withhold quality information. We don't speak up about what really matters to us. We don't expose ourselves that way. We don't say it. This is why authenticity is so valued, so charming. And the way one man put it was a head turner. You would have heard it in the Queen's Code. A strong woman, voluntarily vulnerable. So she's clearly capable, and yet she's admitting a need. It's breathtaking, especially if what she needs he can give her. So that dynamic, right, can get really beautiful. But when we don't want to reveal a need because we think it's unattractive, if I need something, then I'm not perfect, and I'll be unattractive and less pleasing to you, and then you won't save me, and I'll die. You won't choose me. Just not speaking up about what we need is emasculating.
I thought you was gonna be there an hour ago. Like, it's 11 o'clock. You said you get off at 10. Where you been? Like, you ain't even bring no food. It's a shoe edit. You ain't been working that doggone hard. Ain't been off an hour. You had time to put shoe on. And since you want to throw her up, yeah, she needs some Pampers and she needs some food. Something that apparently I don't need since you didn't bring me none. The grass needs to be cut. It's growing up. The weeds growing up. You don't never do nothing around here. Gonna give her another outfit. She let her work out a new outfit, so I can't get an outfit. I need some makeup too. Like, you want me to look good? I'm making a noise too. Like, I really need you to go take it and get it checked out, because I don't know why my car doing that, but like, yeah, I need that ASAP. You ain't cleaned out. And you ain't did nothing that I asked you to do. Like, we sit up here looking like we motherfucking homeless because you won't go cut the grass. We need some new sheets for the bed. Like, I'm sick of this too. Like, and then the rent, dude, when is you gonna pay the rent? Because we ain't paid it yet. You know I don't want no motherfucking. Shut up!
Am I the for robbing my wife's affair partner, which has now led to his divorce?
Wait, hold on. What? Okay.
You want me to read it again?
No, let's get into it.
Okay. I, 32, have been married to my soon-to-be ex-wife, who's 30, Madison, for 4 years. We are currently in counseling, but it's not going to work. About a year ago, I found out she was having an affair by coming home to their clothes in our living room and sounds coming from our bedroom.
Oh, it was a whole Contagious video. Now
I lost it. I was getting my cricket bat out of the front closet when I stopped to think about consequences. I didn't want to go to jail. See, he stopped himself. Instead, I took all their clothes and left quietly. I went to a friend's house, but not before throwing all the clothes in a McDonald's garbage can. I turned off my phone and got faced with my buddy. His wife hosed us off in the morning. After I turned my phone back on, I had dozens of calls and texts from Madison. First, scared because she got my updated flight information. Then upset that I hadn't called her to let her know that I was coming home early. Then freaked out that the house had been broken into. Then crazy because she figured out it was me. They just got more deranged. The guy she was with is 5 inches shorter than me and about 60 pounds lighter.
I don't see why that matters, but okay.
I don't know. So if he had taken my clothes, it would be obvious. He ended up calling his friend to get his spare keys from his house. Unfortunately for him, his wife smelled a rat and followed his friend back to my house where she saw him leaving in my clothes, the oversized clothes. Because remember, he took their clothes, so that was like his keys and stuff. Long story short, she took pictures and she had evidence of his infidelity, which caused their prenup to be canceled.
When I got with him, I'm like, oh, you got a prize. That's all I ever knew. I'm like, I'm beautiful, I'm gifted, I'm talented. I ain't slept with all your friends. I ain't been out here. I'm not a hoe. I don't have a track record. I'm just listing off the things. I'm telling you, year one, I was like, oh, I'm trash. I'm like, I am terrible at this. As you just stated, because when you are single, especially when you just got girlfriends around you, your girlfriends are not telling you about yourself. I'm sorry, they're not. Especially if you are beautiful and bossed up. So you most likely got a bunch of yes women around you anyways. Ain't nobody really pulling friends aside saying, hey, I notice you kind of be lying a lot. Or I notice you kind of, you be tripping and snapping and popping off all the time. Like, what's going on with this anger? I noticed that you might want to go to therapy. Friends don't. Now mine, yes. But most friends aren't really doing that. It isn't until you get married, if you pay attention, where you're like, oh my goodness. I have a lot of work to do. Those first 3-4 years, I was shocked at how trash I was. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know I could be this bad. I'm impatient. I am angry. I have so much trauma and toxicity in me. I think I'm right. I say I want a leader, but I want to be one. I say I want him to wear the pants, but nigga, move aside. I want to wear them. Actually, I say I want you to be in control, but I think I'm smarter. I have pride. I have ego.
Bro, people be wanting to be a victim so bad. Check this old cap ass out.
Why do men get full coverage options while women wear less? In beach volleyball and track, for example, male designated uniforms are long tank tops and long shorts, while women are forced to wear bikinis and what they call bums.
Now let me just stop your loaded baked potato, stale bag of Ruffles eat right there. There ain't a single mother in college forced to wear. If you ever see a girl in track that wear these, they chose to wear those. Even for men, we don't even have to wear these stupid. We could wear split shorts instead. So I don't know what the your ostrich omelet eating a mountain hike even talking about.
Same sport, completely different standards. If minimal gear improved performance, then men would wear it too. But they don't. Difference isn't performance, it's outdated standards. Female athletes deserve to choose what gives them confidence in comfort. Comment next down below if you want to help female athletes get the gear that they deserve.
And that video she just made just goes to prove that feminine that they be trying to push is forced. That shit fake. That shit cap. Nobody ain't forcing them off to wear nothing. You could literally in college go out there dressed just like this if you were against all the uniforms. Now granted, yeah, it might get done like this. But you can always wear what you want to wear. You ain't forced to wear nothing.
This man said, why every time I meet a woman, she's behind on her bills or she needs help with a bill? If that's something that you're questioning and it's bothering you, upsetting you, that you have to bring it to the internet, you don't need to be meeting women right now.
Listen, if that was your tactic to try to shame men for being broke, it didn't work. We not, bro, listen, men ain't falling for this, bro. Like, that's level one. Only weak, simp, lame feel bad for being broke. It's 2025, gang. It's your bills, your problem. And you shouldn't be dating women right now. How about telling those that are struggling that they shouldn't be asking men for money, that they shouldn't be dating men? They're the ones struggling, trying to date men for help. Nobody's falling for that anymore, dog. Go get you some lame, insecure dude that needs you, that is so desperate for JJ that he'll cover all your bills and potentially help you out. But shouldn't be dating men or shouldn't be dating women right now? What? But man, shame yourself. Don't try to shame men for not wanting to help poor people.
Modern women really don't think about what men want. Emily was asking, because a woman was like, hey, let's normalize, me being able to borrow your husband. He can have a beer. And Emily talked about the exchange. And that's why men are kind of staying away from this type of nonsense and rhetoric. Because it's not a good exchange. It's not a good return on investment. I get to help you for 4 hours for a beer. Here, help yourself to a beer. I'll cook. Well, she did say I'll cook dinner for you, right? But even still, and I do appreciate, offering to cook dinner. That's a pretty good offer, right? You can have a beer while you're working, and this and that. But a lot of times, it's going to be at your convenience. It's not going to be the man gets off, he takes a nap. Okay, I'm revitalized. Let me go over there and knock this out really quickly. It's not going to be that. It's going to be like, hey, Tim is ready. Tim said he's got a little time today. Are you available? Oh no, I'm out with the girls. I won't be home until, 12 o'clock tonight. Can he come over tomorrow or the next day? And tomorrow or the next day, meaning Saturday or Sunday. So the entire weekend that I had planned out for myself, I have enough responsibility with my wife. And now I have to take on the responsibility of you. That sounds like a nightmare.
2 days ago, I got arrested by my ex-boyfriend because I was banging on his window because he got mad about me sleeping with some other guy. Either way, he got me arrested. I was handcuffed, and I was so sad, and I was so mad, but I still banged on his window multiple times. The guy that handcuffed me, he was super cute, and I was like, hey.
This is fantastic. She cheated on this guy, right? Did him dirty. Then she went to his house, like banging on the door, and the guy called the cops. I love it. Well, listen, honey, you're an intruder. First of all, you did him dirty and he's done, right? And secondly, you're an intruder at this point. Like, get off my property, right?
And I wonder.
I'm starting to understand why some women allow their emotions to guide them through life, because when they use their brains, they formulate thoughts like this. Viewer discretion is advised.
How would you men feel if women start coming out saying, look, I don't want no relationship with you. I don't want no relations with you. I just want to you, slut you out, and send you by your way. How would you feel?
Who's gonna tell her? Who's going, you know what? All right, fine, I'll do it. Sweetheart, for the record, and the record only, there are already women that say and do that very thing. Now, it is not granted to every man. That is very true. You got to be a particular kind of man or type of man in order to receive that kind of treatment. However, that approach to sex doesn't change anything for men. We actually enjoy it a lot of the time because most of us, believe it or not, don't want nothing from y'all except the cat. And before y'all try to get my comments say, oh, this was wrong, man. No. I need you to understand that most of y'all are not relationship material the way y'all think y'all are, which in turn makes choosing a partner quite difficult, especially in today's day and age. And I know that's going to be a little difficult for a lot of y'all to digest. However, if you just take a step back, breathe, and just hear me out, you will understand a lot of y'all aren't who y'all think y'all are when it comes to relationships. Y'all allow social media and y'all friends to inflate y'all egos and have y'all believing that y'all are just these well-rounded individuals ready for relationships, marriage, and children. All times, some of y'all suffering from daddy issues, a lack of self-discipline, a lack of consideration, a lack of empathy, a lack of selflessness, understanding, patience, work ethic, compassion, kindness, thoughtfulness for another individual that is not yourself. A lot of y'all are wanting relationships thinking this is just something that's just going to benefit you and you should be the only one receiving. And that is the biggest problem within itself. But you know what? I digress. To finish addressing what she mentioned at the beginning of the video, sweetheart, that is not going to do anything but make men feel better. And if you don't believe me, just go ahead and try it. Let me know how it goes for you. Yeah, keep the change.
Every single person with a septum piercing are the same crazy bit online that cancel everyone and go crazy and are weird.
Why do you like to make fun of my septum piercing?
Zoom in on that. That's why.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Most of the times when you see it, you can expect some crazy dumb. I literally saw a video the other day with a female with one of those piercing, and it turns out that she wasn't talking some dumb. And I was shocked. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yo, so homie left shorty because she's way too close to her male best friend.
I got broken up with because I posted this video on my story. Okay, broken up with is dramatic as I was with him for 3 weeks and we went on one date. But after I had posted that story, he was so annoyed with me. He basically told me that he doesn't do guy best friends with the girls that he's speaking to. And if he's pursuing someone, he just doesn't really respect the fact that I'm, I have a male in my life that I love real bad. Now, some of you may be as confused as me because this is literally my best friend of 6 years. He's like my brother at this point, and I would never even look at him a certain way. But this guy was serious, and he was not letting up on this boundary that he had placed. So the only thing I could do was respect it. I explained to him what the situation was, that it was not like that, but he wasn't hearing it, so he cut me off.
Yo, shout out to homie for seeing the red flags early and cutting this chick off because he already knew that 3 was a crowd. Yo, guys, know a male best friend is a dude just waiting his turn, bro. Just waiting in line for shorty to, to give it up at some point, to be unhappy, to come to him with her problem, and then that's that, bro. Ain't no dude spending money on a chick, precious time, resources, attention, all that for free. It's just not happening. Oh, she's like my sister. Man, get the out of here with that. And then y'all look like y'all a couple. She looked like she coupled up with homie. Got the fan, did her makeup. She coming out. She all out, pulling out all the stops to look mad good while she with homie. And homie looked like he ain't bumming it neither. So come on, bro. The signs be there. These chicks think we stupid. Have more respect for yourself. Men and women as platonic best friends. And then she said, yo, I love them real bad. Like you talking about your best friend that's not related to you by blood the way you're supposed to be talking about your mans. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is like coming into that relationship with this chick, she already looked like she in a relationship. Like 3's a crowd, bro. What am I supposed to do? Hang out with this dude? Make him my best friend too? Like get out of here with that. So good thing for him seeing the signs early. This chick look like she don't give a and having that male best friend is gonna keep her single for the rest of her life for any respectable dude that come after. So
silence is my trade. Shut up. Lockjaw. Dividends lockjaw. Lock.
What the? There's no way y'all love these animals more than how you love yourself. That cat is clawing your face in. You're there loving on that cat while it completely hates you. If I have a cat, which I will never have, by the way, but if I do have a cat who attacks me the way that cat is attacking you, he'd be gone. Why are you keeping that cat around?
Yo, why do women lie to each other?
2, 3.
Thanks.
Well,
No way.
I would say 3 and then 4.
3.
Not saying you don't have a personality, but I'm leaning.
Oh, I'm 5 again.
This is final?
This is final.
I know y'all can't be serious. Oh, we know it's bad.
Do you want to start it off? You want to start?
Gio over there. And then, just shift down. I think Michelle was the most attractive. Could you switch with her? I forgot, they can't even hear me.
Somewhere.
Yeah. You got to point. Okay.
I switch her and her. You go over there.
Those two. Okay. All right.
And then you over there. You so. Yeah, that's pretty much.
And I kind of like her vibe. I think her whole aesthetic is very nice. So for me, it's either 1 or 2 up here. I think that Maria was the most attractive for me. Are we content with 5 being 5?
I'm not.
Where do you currently want 5?
I want her at least 3.
So 5 goes up.
She should be a 4 because it's like meeting in the middle.
I think 4 is fine. But we're going to get ripped a new one. I don't want to be the pointer here.
Guys are not afraid to be more blunt. They were straight up, hey, you're attractive, you're not. But girls were like, I don't want to be rude. We're all beautiful in our own way.
This is how it really is. Women just lie to each other. They don't tell them they need to go to the gym or do whatever they got to do. They'll just be like, no, you're pretty the way you are. When that's As men, we'll tell each other, yo, you gaining weight, yo, you fat, yo, you need to fix that. More times than not, the guy's gonna be like, yo, you right, dog. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And in this one, it just makes perfect sense. They're just not being truthful. You know, they got the biggest girl there thinking that she's the second hottest, and it's just not true. And when the men come out, you know, they're brutally honest. Like, nah, this is what attractiveness to us looks like in the real world, where women will just let their friend be fat, sloppy, you know, smoke cigarettes like crazy, do all types of shit that harm their body and, you know, not help them be better. They'll just tell them you're fine the way you are. And not for nothing, in the real world, that's just, this ain't a Disney movie. And I like that the men came out and set shit straight. You know, I wonder how the women took it after, but we probably know they were in their feelings and didn't agree. But welcome to the real world, ladies. It's not the way you think it is.
Jordan Paul deleted her Twitter after she got caught lying again at 7 in the morning. Let me show y'all what she lied about. She posted a photo of a brand new Benz and stated that she got $100K after people kept clowning her because she tried to extort Ty Lil for $2K. Funny enough, she stole that from Google search. She forgot people can reverse image search. They literally found it within 30 minutes. Now she put out a statement saying that she's taking time off because dehumanizing that people keep lying on her and keep on messing with her. That she's taking time off. You just posted a stolen picture of a car you did not buy. You're the one that put out a whole live talking about you hate black men. And all the celebrities on the internet been reposting it. You admitted that your mad Ty Lil got it for free while other dudes been paying. All that sympathy is out the window, bruh. You can't stop lying. There needs to be a registry for people who lie a lot, bruh. Just like an offender list, there needs to be a liar list. I do not support bullying in any way, shape, or form. But what I will say is, you were leading the front against Ty Lil with false allegations. And now that you're getting caught in lies back to back to back, you feel like everyone's against you. Just stop lying.
And you know, he talked about, there was a guy who was talking about a woman that essentially lied. She straight up lied. She went in, oh, I got 144K or whatever it was to basically get a new Benz. And they did a reverse image search, and they found the image on Google. But this is what modern women do. They flex. They act like they have things that they don't. They be lying. And he had a really good idea. We should make up, just like we have an offenders list, we should make up a liars list. Probably all of the modern women would be on that. They would definitely make the cut with all the lying and the flexing and, like they used to call, the flossing that they were doing. These modern women would be right there front and center. These modern women would be fighting for the #1 spot. Just lying, defrauding people. Modern women, and I guess society hasn't really figured it out yet, they're criminals. They're legitimate criminals. Because they're women, they don't get called out as much for it.
On today's episode of The Grass Ain't Greener on the Other Side, multi-millionaire, super famous Kai Cenat and his girlfriend are done. Kai has just posted, said that he's single and he's never getting a relationship again. And it is alleged that this young lady named Gigi was cheating with none other than NBA YoungBoy. Allegedly. This is exactly why we tell men to focus on themselves. Women talk about men not being ambitious. This guy's a multi-millionaire. Women talk about men not being able to lead him. This guy is a freaking CEO and leader of millions. Women talk about men not being good enough. Well, quite frankly, this guy is richer than anybody you've ever had an opportunity to talk to. At what point in time is enough enough? See, some women will never be satisfied with the man that they're with because they're not satisfied with who they are. They're not satisfied and they're not happy with themselves. They have something internal going on. Because if Kai Cenat can't keep it, woo! Like, this is getting ridiculous. He's famous. Clouded the f up. Super rich. Super plugged in. Extremely well respected and loved by millions of people. And it's not good enough. At this point, these want to marry Jesus or something. I have no idea what the is good enough. And you know what? It started bad from the beginning because this young lady whose mom is a OF model was already meddling in their business. Fellas, when you're on your purpose and you're moving towards a goal, sometimes these women can just be a distraction. Sometimes these women can knock you off your rocker. He had came out on his birthday and said he was going through some mental health things. And of course, this story just drops less than 2 days after that. Pretty sure they're related. Some women, it's never enough. You can have the money. You can have the cars. You can have the fitness. You can have the body. You can have the looks. You can have the clout. You can have the respect. And it's still going to be a that's going to want someone or something else. It's still not enough for them. You can buy the whole world and this looking at the moon. You buy the moon and they're talking about Pluto. And you got to watch the type of women you choose because these generational curses get passed down. Her mama was a bop. What do you think a bop's going to have? A baby bop. Healing energy from Kai. What he needs to understand is as he goes along, he's going to continue to get bigger and better. And I can guarantee you that this is the biggest thing that's ever happened in this young lady's life and will happen in this young lady's life. Fellas, focus on yourselves. These hoes ain't out here playing fair. The next time you and a chick split up and she tries to make it seem like it's your fault or you're not good enough for her, Bro, if Cassinet won't good enough for our OnlyFans daughter, then it's not us, bros. It's them hoes. That ugly money. So listen, y'all, I'm not a gatekeeper, so I'm not going to hide the information. Y'all are missing the bag. I understand that you might like to work and you like to do this and go to work every day and go out in the cold and start your car up and go to that job that you hate. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. But y'all are missing a big bag and I can help you get it. DM #content and let me show you with the meeting of how you can do this. This is a light month. This is this month. This is from a couple of weeks ago. I just posted this picture today. As you can see, it's this month, okay? And that's not the biggest month. Let me show you how to do it. Let me show you how to change your life, your lifestyle, your household, your financial situation with content. I'm one of the biggest content creators in the freaking country right now. One of the biggest male content creators in the world. DM the word content. Let's set up a meeting and let me give you the game. You have to buy me lunch though.
I would say my current partner gets upset when I call on my kids' father for help with certain things.
For just like the kids, though?
No.
How much is the income difference between them two?
The ex is an old, so he's making some coins.
A woman wants to know that her feelings are important. A man wants to know that his thoughts are respected. So, if you respect this man, set up an agreement with the children's father that every 1st and 15th he sends you X amount of dollars, and what you don't get out of that, then you and your partner figure out how to make it happen. Don't disrespect him. That's very disrespectful.
She said I agreed to be with him. I didn't agree to be broke. And here's the thing.
Yes, you did.
No, but that's
yes, you did.
No, she did.
She did.
And her action did, but she ain't accepting that because here's the thing. Isn't this dynamic? Imagine that man. You're choosing me now to be a partner in this relationship, to be a leader in this relationship, and we agree to do life together. So when there's a challenge, me and you gonna figure it out together. And this is how we build our bond. You are taking our ability to build our bond away because what you do is you look for an escape route in another man. And here's the thing, not even one where it's just paper. If it was just for the kids, like you said, 1st and 15th, you call that man and ask him for money. And let me tell you what, when you were in a relationship with that man that was financially secure, that was part of y'all dynamic. When you were in that relationship, you used to ask him for money for this and this and this and this. And in that, there's this emotional exchange that happens between these relationships. And right now, you get to still do that. First of all, do you think that man will provide for his kids if you didn't talk to him 3 times a week?
Yes.
So you're talking to him because you want to, not because you have to.
And he's answering because he's got an underbelly there. One day he gonna ask you for something.
If he ain't already been asking, if they ain't already doing.
We are not having that conversation.
Look, man, look, hey.
Okay, hold on. Be honest. Is the relationship between you and your child's father, maybe not from not just your side, but is his side towards you? If your partner looked through and heard every conversations that you're having with your ex, would he feel like there was inappropriate conversations?
Yes.
Now, so you know you wrong. What you doing?
Okay, I'm coming with a scenario. It says the guy I'm talking to sent me money for groceries, $300 because I didn't have any food. Then I get a text from him later asking me to cook him dinner. Told him no because I'm not his wife. And I only cook for my kids and my husband. And he's neither of them. Now I'm blocked, shaking my head. Like, who asks a woman to cook for them before he puts a ring on it? Baby girl, let me be the first to tell you, you ain't never gonna be no wife like that. She said, what kind of man asks a woman to cook before you put a ring on it? Sis, one that's looking for a wife. How is he supposed to know what you like as a wife if you're not showing up as one? People get married because they like the way that things are, not because things are going to change after the I do's. You only cook for your kids and your husband, and clearly you ain't got no husband, so... Now, I'm not one to be like, oh, you supposed to do everything like you married. No. You're supposed to save some stuff for marriage. However, cooking is the bare minimum. Girl, you better show that man you can cook. You want the ring or no? He must not be somebody you really like, because somebody who you really like, you wouldn't mind cooking for. And before you ask, married once, proposed to 4 times. You're not wrong for feeling how you feel. However, if you really want a husband, then you're going to have to present yourself as a wife. Because he showed you he was husband material the minute that you said you ain't had no food and he sent you $300. So he could show up for you, but you can't show up for him. So should she have cooked him dinner? Or is she well within her right to be like, no, I'm not cooking you dinner? What y'all think about that?
Women think the relationship is all about them. They do.
everything is centered around what she wants. And if that's fine, in her mind, everything is cool. And she does not care what the man is going through. She don't care what his challenges are, or any of those things. So what ends up happening, the male believes that he keeps the marriage together because if he goes to cheat or whatever, like those 41 shades, for different reasons, they left you with the marriage because the marriage was all you wanted. You didn't actually want the man. You wanted the marriage. The fairy tale. You wanted the fairy tale. So the man feels that he gave you what you wanted. You wanted the marriage. You wanted the money. You wanted the kids. You wanted all of this crap. And never consider what he's mentally going through. Never considers what he invests into the relationship. A lot of men deal with this. And so what they end up doing is getting things outside of the relationship. And what? The woman is still mad.
So my husband just gets home, right? After working 15 hours in the heat, okay? He comes home, okay? He's all tired, whatever, exhausted, whatever he wants to call it. And he literally asks me, or he says, he doesn't even ask me. All he needs to do is ask, okay? But he literally comes home and says, babe, I just need to lay down. Okay. First of all, what you're not going to do is come lay down as soon as you get home. Okay. The trash needs to be taken out. The dishes need to be done. And you need to cook for me. After staying home all day, I deserve to have stuff done for me. It's not all about you. Okay. It's about me as well. What about my happiness? My happiness comes from a husband that comes home and is obedient. Okay? I'm not going to have that I need to come home and rest mentality from my man.
Why is it controlling? Sarcastic. How about a guy just has some standards for himself and he's saying to himself, if I'm going to date you and we're going to be exclusive and I'm going to prioritize you in multiple ways, I have expectations of you. Which means that you're not going to go out, get sloppy drunk with your friends, be around a bunch of guys that are going to be like the whole time and maybe behave badly, because people make not so great decisions when they drink. And why are you putting yourself in that situation? I don't want to give my exclusivity to someone who's going to voluntarily put themselves in those situations. Exhales. And by the way, if you have me and you're so happy with me, why do you need to do all of that? Perfectly reasonable for a man to come to the table and say those things. Guys are afraid to say them oftentimes because they're afraid of losing a woman. Encouraging. Don't be afraid, men, to lose a woman who behaves badly. It will be an enormous favor to you if you lose someone that respects you consistently, because losing someone who doesn't value you is never a loss, right? It's making space for someone who actually will.
And, honestly and truly, this is how modern women actually think. They think, I think there was one woman talking about, my man came home from work after working 15 hours and he had the audacity not to want to cook for me. He said, I just need to rest. He probably wanted to take like an hour now. Just give me 30 minutes to an hour. No, you need to cook for me. You need to do this. Par for the course. Par for the course. This is what modern women are doing out here. They're demanding. Well, I've been at home all day and you don't know how stressful it is. And I already did a breakdown of how much a man is making versus how much a stay-at-home mom. We're not even talking about stay-at-home wife. We're talking about stay-at-home mom. Stay-at-home mom. With a wife, you have to take out childcare. That's about 50 to 60K right there. Her total compensation, bonus included, would have been around 280 something thousand. If we're looking at market value, average salary, 284,000, and a man working a financial analyst job would have been somewhere around $1 million. Total comp would have been $1 million. Base salary with all of the things that he was doing, 964,000. And I said, okay, well, you know what? Let's do something a little bit more apples to apples comparison. Even with that, even with a man doing all of the things he does at home, his compensation, total comp would be around 350. 350. So he's still getting paid more. Oh, and by the way, the man would have to do that stuff in addition to his job. So you add on, let's say, maybe another 50K. You add on, let's say you add on the, well, you know, you take 3,000 off, really honestly, truly, because the average salary for a man is about 47,000. So let's say 47,000. You're sitting at around 34.9. Let's round it up to 350, right? Or 349.9, basically. Let's round it up to 350. And then you add on 47, you're looking at what? 397? 397? 397. So he has two jobs. It actually has multiple jobs, because he has a job that he does, and then he has a job that he has to do at home. And mind you, I just included his job as one job. We didn't do like women did. We didn't break up his job that he has to work full time all day. We didn't break that one up. We just broke up what he does at home. Because if we broke up what he does at work, that would have been a whole nother 5-10 things. And he would have probably, at that point in time, you'd have to take that up from 200 or 50K on up to probably, let's be modest and conservative, 150 to 200,000. So that man would have been easily at 500, $500,000. And we keep on talking about what a man isn't doing, what a man isn't giving, how a man isn't providing, he's not protecting, he's not valuable in the home. But a man is worth more. Even when he's on your quote unquote level, he's worth more. How's that work?
She's not me. I'm a man and she's a woman. And we live by different rules on this planet Earth. Bro, that's true. And if you say that we don't, then when you go home and you got a daughter and a son, tell them to go by the same rules. I guarantee you don't tell your daughter she live by the same rules. You want to know why?
I actually have two boys, so I don't worry about that.
You would never tell your boys that they can do the same things that
I'm not, but
exactly.
For you
why
to
not?
think that it's okay.
But you just said
the
we live by
stuff
the
that's
same
coming
rules.
out your mouth is crazy to me. That's all I'm saying.
It's only crazy to you because of the world that you live in.
And I do agree with her where you saying you're possessive. Like, I want to see the type of woman that you have dated. Like, I'm sorry.
The type of women that I
don't feel like you have dated a dominant woman, because me personally, the way
dominant women, I would have been got rid of a dominant woman thinking she gonna tell me what to do.
It's actually ridiculous. Yo, look at the look on this brother's face. I like this guy. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that these women still wear domination like a badge of honor, as if it is a good thing to live their life by. Shout out to Margaret Sanger. You've done a wonder on our community. Oh, this goes deep, baby. But this right here is a man that is standing on business. This type of response to the bull is what men actually need to see. Not that feminine weak of allowing them to control how you should feel about something. Absolutely not. They will laugh and cackle at a young man that is standing up on business, meanwhile never realizing that it is impossible to request a man to be a leader while you're also a strong, independent, dominant woman. It's impossible.
I'm dealing with women that's manipulative. Like women nowadays, they only want to be submissive when it fits them. They'll be submissive when we're going on trips and when I'm paying the rent and whenever their car break down.
But they're not naturally
submissive. Whenever
submissive.
everything else is going good. When I tell you don't go to the club, it's a problem. You submissive whenever you want to be. Whenever I tell you to do something you don't want to do, now you're no longer submissive. That's not going for me. It's not going for me.
I can't lie to you. He got some truth in there.
That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna keep it a buck because,
wrong with that.
but what I'm noticing that more so in the generation that came before me, the 30 and down, the ones that's around my age and up, they're a little better. But you know, them young ones, they've been having the little issues. You know, they do all of it, and then no offense, baby, but it's too much of the snapbacks of the hand and all that extra. But like you said, when you're doing for them, everything good.
Too much talking back.
I might be rich on this a little bit.
They're not letting us lead.
Yeah,
we need to be able to lead, but how can I lead a woman who every time I say something, she got something to say back?
Yo, this woman is a matchmaker, and even she's like, what the hell is going on?
Okay, so there are a decent number of profiles like this. Okay, 31, female, based in the US, event coordinator, average looking in my opinion, and wearing heavy makeup with false lashes in all of her photos, including the casual ones. Here are some excerpts of her profile. I would like someone who is physically my type, attractive, fit, full head of hair, 5'11" or above, at least an 8 or 9 out of 10. Looks matter to me. He must be educated and have a stable job well into 6 figures. Someone who is emotionally intelligent and a high value man who understands the worth of a woman in a relationship. I won't tolerate anyone who does not know how to treat someone like a lady. I have high standards and I'm not interested in anyone who is trying to lower my standards. Now, this person is rejected because I don't think that the person that she wants will want her back. I mean, I've already seen profiles like this, and she doesn't meet their requirements. But what's very interesting to me is this discourse about trying to lower my standards. I've actually seen that sentiment a bunch of times in my comment section, and I don't actually know what that means. I think it's a very weird thing to say. Like, what do you mean other people are trying to lower your standards? Nobody cares what your standards are, and nobody cares even more to try and lower them. This is a free market, so you can have all of the standards that you want, but people also have to choose you. Now, as a matchmaker, I can factually tell you that based on what you're looking for, those people who do meet your requirements, whether or not they would want you back or not. So at some point, especially for someone in my position, it's simply about reality. And what I would say to this person is hold on to your standards, hold on to them tight, and find yourself someone.
This woman is a dating coach, and she even rejects people based on standards like this. She goes to the profile, looks at the face, and then looks at the request, and this woman's standards are through the roof. You know what I'm saying? High value, obviously 5'11" over 6 feet into 6 figures. Yeah, she got a ton of makeup on, fake lashes, and then she sounds insufferable. I won't tolerate someone that won't know how to treat someone like a lady. And even the matchmaker's like, yeah, I'm gonna reject this person because the person they want, I don't think is gonna want them back. And that's just more work for me. These women be forgetting you can have all the standards in the world. She even told you, that's fine, hold on to those standards, but be realistic with you being okay with not being chose because no one's gonna meet those standards. You want standards that you don't even uphold to. And the fact that she gets rejected from a matchmaker who she has to pay is telling. These women be thinking any guy's just gonna want them, and yeah, any guy will want to smash you. You be forgetting the guy that you want, once someone meets all the criteria, he gotta like you back, and that's where you're not gonna get chosen, because the guy that you want, that dude that meets all that criteria, has his pick of the litter from a lot of women that are way better to deal with than your insufferable ass. So if you're hearing it from a professional matchmaker, there might not be hope for you, shorty.
Are you fucking serious? I am. Problem. I promise you, I'm ungovernable. I've been with lawyers. I've been with doctors.
Oh, okay.
I've been with white men.
Bill, oh my gosh, she reached the top of the mountain. She's been with white men. Oh my gosh.
She's been with them, but how many ever retained you? All that means to me is that you will let men of any race go deep inside, and then they throw you back to the streets from where you came.
And the only reason why white men are the saviors for the moment is because society allows them to be. So once I deconstructed that, I went back to black men, and I'm here to stay.
I want to make a point because I don't even want to touch that. I think the internet's going to touch that for us. But I think you said that
if this goes out,
you said that
you might have to cut this part.
Yeah, you got
it's out, baby.
I cut her part. Yeah. What she said was some. But you said
what I said was some bullshit.
Let me explain. You held the mic.
You're very sensitive.
You held the mic.
I've
been taking my turn.
Yeah, she's extremely sensitive. And I grew up around boys. Like, I know sensitive boys. I have all boy cousins.
So sensitive. I'm gonna cry after this podcast is over.
I can look in the eyes and see.
Yes, tears.
Got it.
Oh my God.
No.
I won't be able to sleep at night thinking about. Oh my God, if I could only be with a woman like her. Anyway, but the point I want to make, right, is this.
You think the internet gonna grind me up?
Oh yeah, they're gonna chew me up. They're gonna chew me up.
No, sorry. All the man said was that was some. And through your own emotion and irrationality, you begin to call him out of being a boy.
Women,
you're not married. You don't have any kids.
Let him talk.
You're a YouTuber. I'm a veteran. I'm a widow because I was married, right? I have a daughter that I put in one of the best schools in this country, right? I'm not going to say how much I make money, but I make very good money. I'm a contributor to my community.
And I still want it.
You're still gonna be a leftover, baby. She's screaming she's not masculine from the mountaintops, but even outside of her wounded masculine behavior, she's currently competing the things that she's done within her life to a man.
That's absolutely fine. But she believes that men of value want this. She believes men of value want this.
Oh, you smell funny, right?
I smell funny?
Yes, you do. You smell funny, and the that I you could never touch. Even White boys, these lame ass. Are you serious? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. See, I told you don't bring me around these nut ass. I make too much money. I make $350,000 a year.
Represent yourself. So then represent
yourself
like a professional woman. Sit down and have a conversation.
I, 28 female, made a joke with my husband, 29 male, and it's costing me my marriage with a man I truly love. My husband and I have been married for 4 years now. I truly do love him. I can't see a life without him. I took some stupid advice from some of my girlfriends regarding a joke that they have done with their husbands. The joke is basically telling your partner that you want a divorce. I never wanted to do it and thought it was cruel to do, especially to someone you love. Stupidly, I did it last week, and my husband's reaction wasn't what I thought it would be. I honestly thought that he would try and talk to me or beg or make suggestions like my friends' partners had done, but he didn't. We had dinner and we were watching a movie when I told him, I'm not happy anymore, and I think we should get a divorce. He looked at me for a couple of seconds, and I swear, it looked like something broke in his eyes, came out with a bag, and walked out of the house without saying a word to me. I told him it was just a joke, but he basically just brushed me off and walked out.
Modern women have their minds on continually messing around. There was a woman that got divorced over a joke. You really have to know your man, number one. You have to know the setting, right? Hey, we're sitting at home alone. Instead of, being around people and saying that so you can come back and tell your girl, oh, he freaked out, and you all can have a little laugh. He don't know the context. So the other guys can't say, oh no, yeah, they're joking, they got me with it too. He don't know that. He just knows y'all are sitting watching a movie and you probably picked the worst time. We're sitting home, relaxing, and you probably have elements of being serious in there, of truth in there, but you're joking. But what you're saying to him, he's like, oh, you can't say all of that and then be joking. You can't bear your feelings like that while we're watching a movie and then be joking about that. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get my bag. And now we're looking at divorce. Right. Oh, this is the man that I love. I can't fathom losing him. Well, get to fathoming, get to doing all that fathoming you can, because he just about gone. He's out that door.